Let me warn you before you continue. This story is not the usual village gossip. This is the story of how a mother stole 4 destinies, gave them to one son, and died waiting for him to say thank you, and how that son, Odogwu, rose like fire and fell like thunder. People in Umozala still talk about the night everything changed. The sky was too bright. The wind refused to blow. Even the dog went silent. And Mama Odogwu, third wife, thin like hunger, eyes sharp like a cracked mirror, walked into the forest carrying a white cock. Nobody knew she left her compound. Nobody saw her pass the stream. But by morning, the stream turned black like burnt palm oil. Something happened in that forest. Something even the trees don't want to remember. Mama Odogwu went in with 4 dim destinies and came out with 1 blazing star. A star meant for Odogwu, the most hopeless of her sons. Before the ritual, Odogwu's life was the definition of failure. He was the boy whose destiny looked like it was written with pencil and then erased halfway. Give him money, he'd lose it. Give him work, the company would shut down. Even mosquitoes ignored him. They didn't want to waste their time. He lived in a room behind a carpenter's shop. The smell of sawdust followed him everywhere. He ate gari until even the gari seller started giving him free groundnuts. But 3 days after his mother returned from the forest, everything changed. He got a contract he never applied for. A stranger gifted him a laptop. A man who owed him money for years suddenly paid double. Even his wicked landlord reduced his rent. People whispered, "Something is following this boy." Within a year, Odogwu exploded into wealth. Not normal wealth, loud wealth, babu, scary wealth. The kind of wealth that makes people ask if you still sleep at night. House, cars, businesses, police escorts, connections with people whose names could shake the country. He rose so fast, the wind couldn't keep up. But with every blessing, something else died. His memory of where he came from. He forgot his brothers. He forgot the mother who fasted for him. He forgot the hands that pushed him up the mountain. His mother tried. God knows she tried. She called. She begged. She prayed for him to at least remember the ones he left behind, because the witch had warned her. If he rises alone, he will fall alone. A stolen star must feed those it was taken from. If he forgets his brothers, if he forgets you, the star will return home in anger. But Odogwu blocked her number. He told people, that woman is too demanding. He stopped sending money, stopped visiting, stopped picking her calls, even the day she fainted from hunger. Meanwhile, his brothers kept struggling, unaware that destinies were sleeping in his chest like chained lions. Mama Odogwu waited and waited until her body could no longer wait. The night she died, she sat outside her mud house, staring at the moon with tears rolling down her face. She held a small calabash. She whispered her son's name into it. Then she said, "Since you refused to hear me, you will hear the earth." She died with her eyes open. The moment her breath stopped, something shifted. The wind paused, birds scattered, and miles away, in his mansion, Odogwu woke up screaming like someone poured fire into his spirit. He didn't know it yet, but the destinies he swallowed were waking up. That same night, each of his brothers had the same dream. Mama Odogwu appeared wearing the exact wrapper she died in. She pointed at them one by one. "I took your destinies and gave them to him, but he abandoned you. Now rise. Rise and take back what belongs to you." The next morning, madness began. One brother got a job offer from a company that had rejected him for years. Another received a miracle credit alert. Another sick child woke up healed. The last one won a contract bigger than anything in his life. As they rose, Odogwu began to crumble. His accounts froze one by one. Partners disappeared. A fire burned down one of his warehouses. His mansion developed cracks. His cars refused to start. His wife packed her things and left. His guards vanished. Everything he built with 4 destinies collapsed like a dying star returning its light. The day after his mother's burial, he finally came home. He entered a mud house for the first time in years. Her bed was empty. Her wrapper folded neatly. Her phone, cracked, still showed missed calls to his number. Beside a pillow, he found the calabash. Inside it was a note. Her handwriting was shaky, but the message was sharp as a knife. My son, I did everything for you, but you forgot us. Destiny is not a gift. It is a loan. And the day you refuse to pay, it collects with interest. Something broke inside him. He screamed. He tore his clothes. He begged for forgiveness, but the wind carried his voice away. It was too late. The star was already gone. 2 weeks later, people found him. The mighty Odogwu, the unstoppable billionaire, the man whose name used to open doors. They found him behind the same carpenter's shop he once rented a room in, wearing the same torn shirt from his poorest days, as if fate dragged him back to where the story began. His body was curled like a frightened child. His eyes were open. His mouth was frozen mid-whisper, like he was pleading with someone nobody else could see. Some say he died of heartbreak. Some say his mother came for him. Some say the destinies he borrowed finally finished him. But the elders in Umozala say only one thing. When a man climbs a mountain with stolen wings, the fall is never ordinary. And that is how Odogwu worldwide, the man who ate his brother's destinies, died the day they returned home. Thank you for listening to this tale. If you enjoyed this story, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who loves folk tales. I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments who your favorite character was and why. Your support helps keep these stories alive. Until the next tale, stay curious, stay inspired.